One. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dragons, also maybe Dungeons. Normally we do this bit the last, Friday of the month, but life decided to take a shit all over us, so we did not do that last Friday. But we're doing it now because Mondays. This is the only way to make them better, is with copious amounts of dice rolling and possible death of characters. Who knows?
Yep.
Anything could happen.
Yay!
And shout out to all of Stacy's people on their stream that are probably watching this too. So last time, you all got into a fight with a bunch of rum gremlins, and managed to rescue a fairy that they had been holding captive, who informed you.
Fairy.
Say what? Sorry, what'd you say, Felix?
A very belligerent fairy who happens to be my favorite currently.
Yeah, Kirill, and he kind of talks with some kind of accent. It's like, yeah, fuck off. That's basically his catchphrase. So they found out that he is a messenger that moves between the fairy courts, or rather the Fae courts, primarily for the Moonlit King's court, delivering messages between the various courts. And last time he was delivering a message, he got jumped by a bunch of corrupted creatures as well as the gremlins, and captured along with a couple of his pixie friends. And you proceeded to tell him how you beat up some corrupted pixies, and he proceeded to be very concerned about that, especially when he saw the pixie dust that you guys had. And he got drunk. Some of you were already drunk from the red goblins.
Woo!
And then you found some nice beds, probably from your fallen foes, to slumber in. That happened, and you also know where there's a secret door because the blood trail from the only surviving rum goblin led up to it.
Is that this one?
No, it's actually behind those barrels.
Over here?
No, other barrels in the other room.
Oh.
It's right here.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Oxford last episode made rum-flavored marinara sauce.
He sure did. So much of it, just everywhere.
Oof. Wessel made a friend.
Yep.
Yep.
Also, Lil tried to help sweep, but I think we made more of a mess than cleaning up the fortress.
So, yeah, you
Well,
guys...
Didn't Lil and Wessel both get really drunk and just hang out at the bar for a little while?
Yeah, you didn't actually drink to get drunk, though. The rum gremlins had an aura that made you drunk because you failed your saves. Cairo...
It is the same thing.
Cairo got drunk when he found out that his pixie friends may either be dead or corrupted.
Well,
Or
these things
both.
happen.
Or both.
These things happen, my guy. It's okay.
Carl's devastated. But anyway, you guys settled in to have a nice long rest, sleep off the drunkenness and whatnot. And Ox was taking guard. I believe that passed pretty uneventfully. Yeah, you guys, Ox, since you're the first one on guard, are you gonna do like the full bit, or are you gonna do like about a 4-hour shift and let 2 or 4 hour shift and let somebody else take over?
I'll probably do, roughly how long was it since my last rest? Because I don't think I'm really beat up. I don't know. I don't have my sheet in front of me. I'm still driving.
You are down to 9 hit points, my dude.
Oh, then yeah. I'll do like what we got, party of 4, so like 3 hours. Wake someone up.
Okie dokie. So I'll go ahead and roll you a
Isn't
percent.
4 hours a short rest?
4 hours is a short rest. 8 hours is a long rest.
Okay.
So if we all do 3 hours, everyone gets 9 hours of rest.
You've actually got 5 technically if you count Chiral.
Then
If each of you takes 2 hours, then you could each get an 8-hour rest if you guys rest for a total of 10 hours.
yeah. So we'll do that then. I'll do that then. 2 hours.
Okie dokie. So Oxfriend, he sets up to watch the first 2 hours, and I'll go ahead and roll you a perception check. And you got 19. Very nice. So you listen in at the door, just kind of peering through the cracks every once in a while to make sure nobody tries to sneak back in through that secret door that you know is in there, or the regular door that you know isn't there. And it's a pretty uneventful 2 hours. You see a flicker of movement at one point that has you clenching your hand around the doorknob ready to yank it open, but then you realize it's actually just a mouse that's scurrying across the floor, picking through the cracks, looking for something to eat. And it eventually scurries its way underneath the table and starts like munching on some bread or fallen refuse that it has found. And your 2 hours are fairly uneventful. Who are you going to tap for the next watch?
I'll probably tap Alistair.
Okie dokie. So you scooch over to Alistair, who doesn't really so much need to sleep, but does need to meditate, so he's been doing that for the past 2 hours. And you give him a poke.
Alistair.
Yes. What is it?
I think I'm going
What do you
to
want?
sleep now. Can you watch for me? I saw
I guess. Fine. I'll watch. Air quotes.
this was cute.
Sweet dreams or whatever, I guess. As he gets up and, kind of walks around the room and checks things out. Gets to where he can just about see the whole room.
He'll lay down on his back, not even covering himself, and fall asleep right away. Like a light switch, like.
As large as you are, you might have to take 2 beds, but yeah, you just like spread out, kind of.
What are you talking about? He just has to stand, right? He just stands and sleeps?
I mean,
I was like, I almost did that. Like, you hear him snore as he's still standing. I almost said that.
oh
I
my
mean-
god.
He is an ox.
Is an ox.
Fine, I'll do that. And then he's like, when you say I'll watch with air quotes, you hear him as he still stands in front of it.
Yeah, Alistair just kind of, he's so perturbed by this, he just stares at you, and he's not paying attention at all. He's just like,
Oh,
fuck.
Oh boy. All
love
right.
it.
So go. Oh, a 7. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, you see.
fantastic.
Mhm. Yep.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Alistair, you're just so frustrated with Ox. You keep shooting like glares over at him every 5 seconds. You're not really paying attention to your surroundings. Fortunately for you, nothing happens in the 2 hours that you are on watch. You do not notice any odd noises. There's no weird movements in dark corners that you have perceived. Certainly no doors open and let enemies slip past unnoticed. You are definitely not in any
That's
form
not
of
oddly
danger.
specific.
whatsoever. Who do you wake up for the next watch, Alistair? Oh,
You did.
we lost an Alistair.
Sives is muted.
No, you didn't. There's just background noise. Right. Who hasn't been awake? Who looks like they haven't been awake? Who?
Wessel,
Oh,
Cairo,
Everybody's
and
Wessel.
Lil.
asleep. Wessel, Cairo, and Lil, right? Well, it would be the nice thing to let the drunk people sleep. So I'm just gonna go pick Wessel up.
Wessel's drunk.
Wessel was drunken.
Nobody ever said Alistair was nice.
Exactly.
Wow, buddy.
So Alistair kind of wait. I gotta sit up for this. Alistair kind of like looks around. He seems adequately bored of doing this shit. So he looks around, decides who's sleeping more peacefully. Wessel looks like he's passed the fuck out. So he walks over, kind of. Oh boy, you know what? He's gonna slip between the beds, lean over, and whisper ever so gently in his ear. Somebody thinks you'd be a nice fur coat, and if you don't want to be, you better wake up.
What has to happen for me to rage?
Well, it is a bonus action.
I mean,
no, Wessel's going to start awake and whisper. Huh? Oh,
yeah, Alistair's also gonna look like he's startled and go, huh? What happened?
You looked like you were having a nightmare.
Wessel's going to insight check.
All right, that's insight versus deception. Let's get them rolls out there, b-boys. Alistair is just barely able to even remotely hide the shit-eating grin. And Wessel, you're really tired, so it takes you a minute to pick up on it, but you finally see it there lurking at the corners of his mouth through your bleary, sleep-strewn eyes.
Mm-hmm.
To need something, or are you just going to be a giant jerk for the rest of the evening?
I don't know, at least I'm not a drunk rodent. Anyway, it's your time to take watch.
Right, at least I don't follow every single command my master gives me. I have freedom.
Oh,
Go lay down.
Alistair's gonna go flip him off, and then
What I'm just imagining is right now between those two are trying to do like the flip off back and forth, like
Alistair's just backing away, like backwards across the room, and he's flipping him off, and he just like stumbles over a barrel, flips him off again.
Wessel's gonna yell, "Don't trip!" And that's it.
You know what? You know what? Hang on. No, hang on. I know. Where's he doesn't.
Like he trips, but it turns it into a backflip, and he's like double flipping you off with both hands at the same time, meeting your eyes the entire way to the ground, where he lands, and then he just takes his hands, and you know that thing where you extend it out to the sides and you put it upwards and like the victory sign? That's what he's doing.
Oh my god.
You can do your fancy flips. I can still choose to not go do the thing.
Well, that's a little bit everybody's problem, isn't it?
I meant in the real world.
That's still
And I'm
everybody's
going-
problem, isn't it?
I'm gonna do my perception check. Begin ignoring Alistair.
A wise decision.
I shared the meaning. I shared the meaning.
You're not ignoring Alistair.
Nope. too mad about it. I was still sleepy and kind of drunk, and now I'm just mad.
You were
That is
so.
what
Sorry, what was that, Rob?
that's what I envisioned in randomness and memes.
I want to see.
What?
I can't show this in stream or I will get sued, but yes.
True.
Anyway,
Am I too loud?
yeah, you with a 6 for perception, you really are trying to keep watch, but you just keep looking back over at Alistair, who somehow, even in their meditative state, seems to be flipping you off again and again.
Wessel's just going to angrily mutter about it for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, and much like Alistair, you don't hear anything wrong.
Okay.
Don't smell anything wrong, and there's the slightest smell of burning candles somewhere, and booze, and the blood that Ox painted over the walls. I mean marinara sauce.
I love you very much.
And yeah, you certainly don't think that the room's being surrounded by a host of enemies waiting to pounce.
I'm so sorry, but last like 30 seconds. I was just arguing with the child.
I said
Exactly. It's about as much as Wessel knows to.
yeah,
Perfect.
that's
Sounds
exactly. Yep, that's it. All right, your 2 hours pass uneventfully. Who you
Perfect.
waking up next?
Is there anyone who is not drunk still asleep and hasn't been woken up yet?
Nope. You
Nope.
Three of you were drunk. The 2 who were not drunk have already taken their watches.
Oh, fine. I'm going to nudge Lil because that pixie I don't particularly trust quite yet.
Well, he's not a pixie. He's a fairy,
Oh,
but that's understandable.
He's new.
Just think that
Yeah,
everybody with wings looks alike, don't ya? Well, fine.
We accidentally befriended nightmare goblins. Episode 1. So
Hey, everybody's got a purpose in this world. Nightmare goblins got their shtick too.
anyway, Wessel's going to come over and gently nudge a Lil. Hey, Lil. Nudge, nudge. It's about time for your watch, Lil.
Okay, I'm on it. I'm gonna watch. What am I watching?
Just make sure the room stays safe. If any doors open up, start yelling and wake us all up.
Okay. And she prepares to yell at any movement of doors.
Give it about 2 hours, and then the fairy's next, okay?
Okie dokie.
Night night.
Yep, that
I go-
tracks. That tracks. Uh-huh.
Back to my bed over here.
What is Lil distracted by? She wasn't angry
The
at anyone
room.
like everybody else was on their
The room.
watches.
All you told her to do was see if the doors open. Not to listen outside, not to, if there was any movement under the doors. You said yell if doors open. So as long as the doors stay shut, everything's fine.
Nothing
And she's
happened on
just
his
running
watch.
around back and forth, just looking at the doors, making sure they're still closed.
Oh dear. So yeah, Lil, for your entire watch, the doors definitely do stay closed. And that's the only thing you notice because that's the only thing you care about.
She might occasionally sweep, because she was told to sweep as well. So occasionally she might just be like sweeping this area and then go back and look at the doors.
Sweep, 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 sweep.
Maybe sweep the wall. I don't know. Just kind of like sweep the bed, walk over here, sweep next to the sleeping Kyrell, and then sweep over here on these beds, and then the door's still closed, so then come back over here and sweep underneath Oxfriend's feet, and then come back over here, and everything's fine. I mean, the doors never opened. That was the concern. The doors stay closed. So there's no need to yell or anything. Everything is perfectly fine.
Yup. nothing to be concerned about whatsoever.
Had a lovely evening in this weird building.
Alrighty, so about 2 hours pass of nice sweeping and door watching. Lil, who are you waking up for the final watch?
Wake up, fairy friend. So Lil comes over and goes, "Fairy friend, are you awake?
Your mother. What?
Are you awake?"
Yeah. Looks kind of around.
Okay, your turn. You get to watch to see if the door's open.
Yeah. I guess that's a good idea. Yep. All right. Yeah. Stands up, cracks his back, wiggles his wings out, stretches, and Carol, where's your sheet? There you are.
And then Lil comes and snuggles next to Wessel.
Yay!
Perception. You're not
Wessel's
very good
used to
at that.
snuggles at bedtime because he always has a Rooney laying on him, so this is very welcomed.
Oh, look. He's the only one who knows how to fucking pay attention besides Oxfriend.
Hey, Lil did exactly what she was told.
This is true.
Y'all need to be more specific with her, okay?
Wessel is mildly drunk and very angry at Alistair.
He's just chittering in his sleep. Like,
He's an angry drunk.
I mean, we all can be.
So Chiral alternates between walking the room and making sure no weird passageways open up, considering what they found earlier. And coming over to listen at the door and peer under it or out of it occasionally before maintaining his rotation. Things pass generally smoothly until about an hour into his watch, when he hears a weird scraping noise, and he rushes over to the door to peer under it, and he just sees the barest shadow of movement pass. He's going to grip his... What do you have again, Al? Mace. He's going to grip his mace in one hand, and he's going to carefully open the door just to crack and peer out. But he misses whatever it was that was in the room, but he does see the secret door sliding shut with a click. And he carefully reshuts the door. Kind of looks back over everybody else and considers waking them up, but since nothing attacked them, refrains from doing so. But he is going to remain by this door for the rest of his hour watch. And when it's done, he's gonna come over and poke Wessel first, because that's the closest person to him.
No? Hello. Hi. Is it my turn again?
No, I think everybody's had a turn. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah.
Alright. Everything went okay?
Well, nothing attacked us, but I think something went through that secret door thingy where all the blood was.
Well, that sounds, ominous. We should get everybody up, figure it out.
Yeah, I wasn't fast enough to catch what it was or who it was, but something moved there.
Well, my vote is we take care of it.
I agree. Also, maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe we can see if we can find my friends, he says, hopefully.
Yeah, that too.
Great!
So unenthused.
Alright, and then Wessel's gonna start waking everybody up. So I'm gonna gently nudge Lil. They're snuggling. Lil.
Alistair was eavesdropping like a douche nugget, so he's gonna go over here and like nudge Bull in the ribs. Ox.
Lil's gonna start ringing her bell and is like, morning time, ting,
No,
ting,
no, no,
morning time.
Oh no! Oxfred needs to make will saves now.
Not morning time?
It's morning time, but I think we should be quiet. We don't know what else is in this building, right? We had those weird things last night that were bothering us, and we should be more calm and quiet, I think.
Quiet time, morning time, quiet time.
Perfect.
And Lil starts sweeping again.
Alistair engages in cow tipping.
Strength
I'd
check.
say I'm awake by now.
Yeah.
And say Wessel comes over to gently nudge Ox and sees Alistair pushing him over and
No, I was joking. He's not cow tipping. He said he was just regularly nudging Ox.
Oh, fair. So our fairy friend mentioned that there was something going through that secret bloody door over there, and we should probably figure that out and get it all cleared out if we're gonna keep our word for the person we spoke with before. We also have to try to find the rest of the fairies.
Okay.
Simple
I'll
enough.
start walking that way.
If Alistair's saying anything, you're muted again, Felix.
Excuse me. I don't remember how to make a puffball.
Let's go.
Ready to go?
Oh, that's right. You guys can't leave a room unless I make you leave it, huh?
Mm-hmm. That sounded
Yay.
weird. I did not like that sound.
Was it like the weird laughing noise?
I don't know what it was, but like, but very
Okay.
That's
subtle.
probably Lil. She's probably humming some weird, creepy tune that she hears in the whispers of the building.
Alistair, are you there?
Oh, goodness.
Alistair is here. Alistair certainly isn't distracted.
Is Alistair coming with the group or staying back there and leaning on a wall moodily?
Alistair is coming with the group.
Okay. Alrighty, so right here is where you saw that secret door. What is the order that we're going to be going in?
Wessel will go first.
Alright,
Or I'm sorry, Ox, were you saying something?
Yeah, Axe was also going to volunteer to go first.
I'll rock, paper, scissors you for it.
It's okay, you can go.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I'm in a tunnel.
And who's following the Wessel? Alrighty, and who's after Lil?
A little scoot to make
I
space.
guess Alistair will go next.
Okay. And Oxfriend, do you want to take up the rear or be after Alistair?
He'll take up the rear.
Okie dokie.
Seeing that Lil's closer to the front, maybe being a little bit further will help his sanity.
Alright. Wessel, as you enter this tunnel by moving back the small panel in the wall that looks as though it is part of the stone itself, you find it to be kind of dank in here. The floor trickling with small little pools of water here and there, and algae making the stone slick in some places. As you hop down into it, even you have to crouch a little bit low, and you know that Alistair is probably, not Alistair, Oxfriend is probably going to have trouble, especially with his horns in here. But you manage to scooch and squeeze through the opening into this little tunnel, And as you move forward enough to allow your compatriots to enter, you come to a T in the hallway, and extends to the left and right in either direction. Which way are you going to be turning?
Can I tell if there's any disturbances on the floor, on the walls, or anything like that?
Make an investigation check.
Not intimidation. That's not the right one.
With a 7, you don't seem to see any disturbances in the ground or walls themselves. You can try to make a perception check to see if you can sniff out anything, though, and you would have
Yeah.
advantage on that, being weaselly.
Hee.
Alright, so you turn your nose to the right and you sniff, and you do smell a faint scent of booze and blood in that direction. You turn your nose to the opposite direction and sniff, and you do find a slightly stronger scent of beer and booze in that direction, but no blood.
Well, I'm going to speak quietly to Lil and Alistair, who are immediately behind me. I'm going to say, one way I believe is our lost fiend, the one that we interacted with last night, who seemed to escape, and the other way may just be more of them, but I'm not sensing the blood.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he went down here last time because that's where I followed the blood, so you might not sense anything, but he has to be here unless he got out during the night, I guess, which is,
Well, I think
one of us would have seen him.
I think he's one way. There's two directions here. I can go one way to find him, and I can go another way, and I think we might find a different amount of them. Probably more. It seems stronger of alcohol that direction. But no blood that way. There's blood the other way.
Which way's the blood?
Blood is this way.
Blood is this way. Okay.
And not blood, but more booze is this way.
So, do we clean up our kill?
I mean, may as well.
Warren Oxfriend, if you can. It's a bit tight in here with his horns and all. And Wessel's gonna start
Right.
moving.
Isn't Alistair like 7 foot tall, so he's probably not having a fun time in here either.
Yeah, he's not of my
size,
concern at the
Alistair's
moment.
kind of skinny, but yeah, Alistair's not having fun. He does call over his shoulder. Oxfriend, the weasel says you're fat, so you might want to stay out there, okay?
Okay.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh, Protecto here.
No, I think you can squeeze through, buddy. Don't worry. Just turn your head to the side so your horns go front to back instead of side to side. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not nearly as fat then.
I can't wait to get out of here. Once I'm back in the real
Oh,
world,
God.
I'm gonna wring you to death.
Sorry.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Rob, do you need me to move your character, or can you do that now?
I am home, but it just broke me for some reason.
Lil is just right up against Wessel, like, what's going on? Where are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh,
Trying to
excuse
see
me.
what's
And
going
Wessel,
on.
since you're in the front, why don't you make a perception check?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've been doing great with those.
This one is not with
Lil's
advantage.
gonna help because Lil is right there on top
I
of
almost
Wessel.
choked. I almost choked on my
Oh my
food.
God, Wessel. Just succeed. Just succeed!
Alright. So, here's what happens. So, Wessel, you continue onwards up until you get about here at this bend. And as you're about to step forward, Lil, you notice that the ground looks weird underneath where Wessel's about to put his foot. What do you do?
And points.
What did she say?
I
What's
heard,
What's
that?
that?
oh, I heard zap.
Zap.
What's that?
Alright.
What's what?
And you point out the weird ground to Wessel.
Oh, I don't know. And what weapon does Wesson have?
Sword?
Like a stick or something?
I believe
Okay.
it's a sword.
Yeah. Can I hold my javelin in my hand and poke the ground?
You sure can. Do
I'm
you
a good-
step back to do this or do that right where you are?
Does the ground under me look weird?
The ground
Lil?
right here in this specific square is what Lil pointed out to you.
Then I'm gonna stay where I am and I'm going to poke the ground
I see.
right here.
Alright, so you reach out with your javelin and
These are bad ideas.
you poke the ground and you see one piece of stone that was slightly lighter than the rest depress with a click noise, and then you need to roll a dexterity saving throw, Wessel.
Nice! He's not so good at these in barbarian form. What? Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's decent. And you just made it. Okay, so you're only going to take half damage.
Nice.
So you take 5 points of damage as
Alright.
a set of darts burst from small holes in the wall directly opposite you and pepper you. Well, you take half of that actually, so 2 damage. 2. Oh, also, by the way, before all of this, you guys did get that full rest. Were back up to full until Wessel activated the strength.
Yes.
You were good.
And
Yeah,
Lil
we're
goes,
good.
oh, that's what that is. It's a shooty thing.
Yeah, Hal, it is a shooty thing. Everyone be careful. There seems to be a trap over here. And Wessel's going to attempt to maneuver around that slightly different colored stone and continue down the hallway.
It appears to remain depressed as it was when you pressed it. It does not pop back up again for somebody else to step on it, so it's quite
Okay.
easy for you to step over it and maneuver around it.
Okay. Well, still, be careful. Apparently it's trapped.
It's a shooty thing.
I'm sorry, I exist. I'm paying attention. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Dexterity save, yes.
Not
Nope.
you.
No,
Just
You're good.
Wessel. He got shot with darts, like a little
Just-
porcupine.
this
So we're
thing
out
is
of
a
darts.
shooty thing. Wessel made it shoot. It
And
doesn't shoot anymore.
It seems okay now.
Lil go voom.
Yeah,
Alright.
Lil's doing her best to stay with Wessel.
Alright, wait until
Thank you for being
everybody else
authentic
catches
and
up.
being useful.
Okay. I'll stop moving.
Sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
Do we need to perception anymore, or is it the same perceptioning that we did before?
It's the same
I can move myself.
Oh,
if
okay,
you're
I'm
wondering.
sorry. I thought you were still eating. I'm sorry.
You didn't notice it move on its own?
No, I did not. I was busy paying attention to other things that definitely won't affect your health at all.
Yep, Nothing else is weird happening over here, nothing.
Uh,
Zero bad things.
Yeah, so those perception checks hold for the whole time for you. So
Nice.
Wessel, that's why when you round the corner here, you do not notice, and Lil, with a 16, you just barely hear the faint sound of somebody going.
I'm still here and I'm still moving.
Lil mirror mimics the slurpy slurpy noise.
And that's why
What is
when
wrong with you?
huh? And Wessel, as you say that and come around the corner, you come face to face with a slightly battered-looking rum gremlin.
So remember
Oh
how
shit!
I had my javelin in my hand?
No hablo inglés, and he pushes against the wall and attempts to dart through.
Can I throw my javelin?
Yeah, you can throw your javelin.
Nice. Not so fast.
Go ahead and toss that, baby.
I'm trying. My thing's very slow.
I think you
21
hit.
hit.
I believe so, but let me double check. Let's see, where are you at? Yeah, keep you under here. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Four piercing damage. You hear a ah! And the doorway that he left behind remains open. If you like, you can all roll initiative now if you're planning on going to try to catch up with him and nab him.
Yes. Wessel
Don't-
wants to nab.
Do not forget to click on your characters.
You gotta clear it. The initiative from last time is still there.
Okay. Well, you still got the same character tokens as last time, so that won't matter.
Bro, I'm on there twice. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
So it'll just overrun the one that's there.
Oh, does it? I thought I just doubled it up. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice. Get big again. Let's see.
Initiative rolls.
All right, I've got Wessel, I've got Lil, I've got Oxfriend. I need Alistair, and I need to roll for Chiral. 0.
How to make pom-pom puffball with yarn, internet.
I know how to do that.
Sit around your
I-
fingers, tie it around the middle part of your fingers, and cut the tops and bottoms.
Yep.
I used to know. So I'm trying to relearn it. Doing the
Hey,
full-
Alistair, it's initiative time.
I'm sorry. I'm a lion.
Uh-oh. Discord went screwy.
Oh no.
There
You
I go.
good?
I am now, yes.
Alistair's ready
I'm ready. I'm ready.
for murder.
Yay.
Alrighty. Do.
Oh, music went away?
Action music now.
Taste music.
Da.
And then shouldn't Chiral be in front of me as well?
He was,
I
but
don't
you
think-
moved him ahead.
Hi, Ron.
Well, yeah, because I figured you were busy with other things that you forgot about Chiral.
No, that's not the one I want. Hold on. I've got a better one.
Over. The wrappings. Oh.
There we go.
Your hair got all weird. Why are you all weird? Stop it.
Alrighty, so Chiral is the first up, but he can't get past other people, so he's just like peering over Alistair's shoulder, going like, "What? What's going on? What's going on?" And that's his turn. Alistair, you're up. Alrighty. If you're talking, Sives, we cannot hear you.
Nope, still can't hear you.
Yeah, nothing.
Hello.
Hi!
Hi.
Drivers did not fix anything. I'm so sorry. Let's see. What's going on?
There's
Wessel,
a... Go ahead.
Wessel
Where's
threw
the
a
sh-
javelin at something, and you heard somebody yell, "Ah!"
Cool. I have to see people for the thing that I want to do, so let me see what I can do otherwise.
This is for my daughter's thing, so it's really not a big deal.
Right. Well, Alistair can't see that, so he's gonna ask Lil, do you mind moving maybe for a minute?
Okay!
Gonna try to swap places. Thanks. And yeah, can I see anything down here, or do I just know the direction?
You didn't see anything. Anyway,
Oh dear.
yeah, you
Oh, we definitely don't see that.
nope. You peer down this hallway and you see an opening at the end of it, which Wessel is staring at intently because that's the way he threw his javelin. Also a curve in the path over here.
Cool. Alistair is gonna look back at Lil and then look at Wessel, look down the hall, look back at Wessel and say, "What the fuck, dude?"
It's your escaped convict. The thing that bled all over the place in the other room. It went over here.
Sure did. I'm pretty sure I would see it. But okay. You're gonna have to get your self out of the way for me to do anything.
Are you trying to push past me?
I'm asking you. You wanted me to be more polite or something, I guess.
Polite? I didn't hear a single please in there.
Pretty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were my new master.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, well, you get to wait a little longer. He folds his arm and I end my turn.
Works for me. I need to get my javelin back anyway.
Lil, you're up.
Lil's just looking around like, what are we doing?
We're waiting for Fluffy Ass here to move his fluffy ass.
Lil says, why don't you ask him to move?
I did.
I didn't hear it, sorry.
That's fine. I don't see any ears on you. You probably didn't hear it. It's fine. Whatever.
I don't have ears? Oh, Lil now is just like... But then looks at Wessel and goes, you can go get him, I believe in you! And casts Bardic Inspiration on Wessel. Excuse me, Burdic Inspiration. Burdic Inspiration. And
Love
goes,
it.
and then looks at Alistair and kind of mirrors what Alistair's doing and crosses his arms and says, I'll wait too! It has nothing else that they can do. So.
Oh, man.
Alrighty then.
Alistair does that moody teenager thing where she did it, so it's not cool anymore, and he uncrosses his arms.
And Lil does
Love
the
it.
same thing.
Okay.
And Lil follows suit because it's angel.
She's not a parrot, but you'd really think she's related to one.
Well, now it's the rum gremlin's turn, and you can't see him, but he's definitely doing stuff that you will never ever find out about. Let's see. 20. How many feet can you go? That, but you're dashing. 30, 35, 40, and that's it. That's as far as you go. Wessel, you're up.
I'm going to attempt to follow the thingy. The man guy. Speed?
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 feet of movement will get you in that room.
And just kind of, as I'm passing this hallway, look down it.
Alrighty, you peer down the hallway. Throw me a quick perception check.
Yep. Nothing is quick when trying to pull up my character sheet. I apologize. Nope. There's literally nothing, and I'm now blind from dust in the air.
Yep, cave dust falls in your eye, and you go, ah! And you just like stumble through the last couple of feet into this room. As you enter this room, you see several large stone slabs lining the walls and small alcoves. A couple of them have trinkets or flowers upon them. Maybe even a small framed picture or an offering of coin. And you see the rum gremlin limping with your javelin still in his thigh over here.
I need that back.
Oh, God! Hag, take you! Get away from me!
Where are the rest of those fairies, and what are you doing in here?
And he is gonna snarl at you, but not answer.
Fine, I have more ranged weapons. I think.
I believe you start with 5 javelins.
Neat.
Pull another javelin out of your pocket.
Or more like off your back. Fuck! Yeah, that hits! Ah! And now he's got a javelin sticking out of his shoulder, and he stumbles and nearly collapses on the ground. 7 points of damage. He looks like he is hanging on by a thread. Blood oozing from his wounds and the others that he had incurred before in the fight, already quite grievous. He doesn't look like he benefited much from his long rest.
I am so disappointed that you didn't say that he had it in his other leg so we could do that.
What? Do what?
I'm gonna look at the Discord.
Ping.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. You know what? I'm retconning that. There's a javelin in each leg now.
Oh my.
He's like, ah, my legs!
What I'm hearing is that his movement is
Hindered?
hindered slightly.
I think he's hindered more by the fucking blood loss, but sure.
Nice.
Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all of my movement and my action. So I think that's all I got.
Your movement's 30 feet?
Yeah, it's 30.
Okay. Alright, yep, that is your turn. And next up we have Oxfriend.
He can't do anything right now at all, so
That is accurate.
there's no way he's gonna be able to squeeze past anyone.
I keep thinking we have a
So-
centaur with us because in the main game we had that centaur friend, but it's not a centaur. He's a fairy.
Yeah, you got a fairy friend and also a minotaur ox friend.
Yes.
A manitar.
Bind together, they're basically a centaur, right? Is that what it is?
Sure.
That's how games work.
They're a pegasus, a beautiful pega ox. All right, so
A pagox, if you will.
next it's Cyril's turn. And he's gonna move up one whole space because that's all he can do. Can I just like scooch by you, maybe, Miss Bird Lady, perhaps?
Sure.
Ah, thank you. Cool. And you, guy.
There.
Yeah, Allie. Can I get by you, Allie?
Whee!
Alistair?
Yeah, Alice was
He
waiting.
gave
His
us the
name's not
science
Allie.
treatment.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Lit was talking. What was that, Alistair?
Alistair's waiting because his name's not Allie.
Oh my gosh, I just blew yarn chunks everywhere.
I just pictured a puppet vomiting when you said that, so okay.
I imagine that's what my desk looked like.
And he's
Alistair
like,
just turns and looks at him.
well, I didn't want to call you Stare. It kind of sounded dumb.
You could use my full name.
Yeah, but Allie's cuter.
Huh.
We're doing names now? I thought we were intentionally not doing names, y'all.
Well, that
Will
would be
doesn't know that's a problem, so
that would be why I'm not saying his whole name, even though the bird called it out.
Whatever. Alistair does the tsundere, like fucking he blushes and glares at the same time and steps aside and doesn't acknowledge the compliment at all.
Thanks, buddy. And Cyril flirts you a wink and flitters by.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3,
Alistair's gonna flip
4.
him off when he's not looking.
Somewhere in the main world, Sives is having a moment.
I feel as if my protege is having feelings.
this is the exact same time when Grognak is having feelings for what was it? No, Grinnock for what? There's so many orc names.
Grinnock,
Fair.
Grognar, Rengar, Redak. There's so many
Fenkar.
orcs names. They usually end in cars.
Gengar and Haunter. I don't know. Whatever. It was.
Well, he'll be Hauntar soon, I guess. Anywho, that's let's see. He'll dash, I guess.
For a different Friday.
5, 10, 15. Hey. Ferret, can I get by you?
I'm a weasel, but sure.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I cannot tell them apart. Okay, thanks.
No worries. Fluffy, wiggly, war dances. I'm down. I got it.
Sweet. All right. And that is his turn. Alistair, it's your turn.
It sure is.
Cairo calls back over his shoulder. Come on, Allie.
Seething? Here goes.
This football looks so sad. It needs some shaping.
Like, were you talking about Alistair or the yarn?
The yarn, but why is it not accurate to both?
He requires some shaping.
That's right, you're not shapely enough, Ellie.
It's fine. Apparently, I'm over here calling Oxfriend fat. By being like, mind your horns, my friend.
He's not
But if you
passageway
turn
is
your
narrow.
head this way, you're less fat.
I didn't say that! I didn't!
That's not anywhere. Okay, I can't. I don't see anything. I get this
Oh,
far.
we're
and I
over
can't
here.
see.
We're over here. This
Okay.
wall. This wall.
Oh, that's a wall. Okay, that's why I can get this far, but I can't see anything.
How many spaces did you go?
Let's see, I was back here, so
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's your full movement, but you could dash to get through the hole in front of you if you want.
Can I see through the hole the person in particular on the other side?
Yeah, it's Wessel. His entire head and back are currently in your view.
Yeah.
And you just hear maniacal giggling from behind you.
No, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
But I don't want it to stop.
Don't mind, we've got enemies in here.
Really?
Alistair's
Can I
like,
just see
yeah.
your big fat head? Do you mind ducking?
Still didn't hear that, please.
What?
Still
you hear
didn't
Lil
hear
from
that, please.
And you hear a little in the background go, please!
Fair.
Anything for Lil, and I'll duck.
All right.
Now
Now,
can I see?
yes, you see far across the room a rum gremlin with his legs impaled by 2 javelins.
Yeah. Alistair is gonna chill touch, and as the hand materializes in front of him, it gives a little wave and then hard smacks one of the spears.
Oh, dang. All right, roll it. Rolled it. Yep, that does do that. Go ahead and damage.
Alistair just says, "Suck it."
So you smack the javelin, and the rum goblin screams in absolute agony before his eyes roll back in his head, and he proceeds to pass out on the ground.
Alistair kind of like blows on his hands and then folds his arms, and then
You're now out of combat for the moment.
Maniacal giggling.
Oh, good one, Allie. You got him.
Yeah, good job. I only took out all of his health before that, but that's fine. Perfectly fine.
I'm sorry, nobody saw that. So sad.
Nobody? Sure. Going to go and collect my javelins.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I
Alistair's gonna
manhandled you
go-
for a minute there, Ox, but I had to get you through the wall.
Yeah.
Alistair's gonna go over here and snoop,
Alrighty.
as one does.
So,
I'm
Wessel,
collecting javelins and investigating the body, if that's okay.
Alright, roll investigation on the body, and you do collect your javelins. Alistair, roll investigation on the slab with all the trinkets that you are currently looking at.
I don't see anything.
Neither does Wessel. Literally nothing. I get my javelins, and that is the end of the day.
He's very
We're both
bloody.
too busy glaring at each other.
Very upset.
And yeah, Alistair, you don't see anything of interest on this particular slab. Lil, you're investigating that one over there. Lil, you find a small golden frog figurine with tiny little red stones for eyes. And next to it, you find several lily of the valleys that are spread out over top of the slab, some of which seem to be in far more decay than others, some of which look fresh.
Says, I found a frog! And she picks up the frog and puts a little flower on his head and comes and shows everyone.
So as you pick up the frog, there is you can move
Oh,
right back to
no.
where you were, thank you.
I was going.
And as you pick up the frog, there is a grating, rumbling noise as several of the stone slabs start to move, skeletal fingers grasping the edges and pushing them out of the way.
Did you want to see the frog?
What frog?
Showing the skelly man's the frog.
Look get back!
The what?
Look get back!
Lil just holds up the frog and is like, look.
And you can either keep the same initiative you had or roll a new one if you want.
I think I'll keep mine.
Good.
I'll re-roll it. Because why not?
You might get a 21 as well.
Ooh,
Close.
not quite.
I feel like I'm risking it by re-rolling a 16, so I'm gonna leave it.
All right. So, Alistair, the thing that you were investigating rather lacklusterly between your glaring contest with Wessel as he retrieves his javelins, you hear a slight grating noise and you turn and you find yourself face to skull with a skeleton. And Kyril calls out and he's like, "Look out, Allie! Ah!" And he is squirming as another skeleton grabs him by his ankles and like pulls him down. And you guys are currently surrounded by skeletons. Kyril gets to go first, which is cool because he's currently being grappled by a skeleton. So he's gonna try to make a strength check to get out of it.
Nice. Scissors are garbage.
Oh, that is terrible.
I agree, these scissors are garbage.
That's ridiculous. He rolled a 4 and the skeleton rolled a 6.
It's annoying. That's what that is.
Yeah, he spends his turn trying to get out of a grapple and failing terribly.
It sounds like they're both kind of failing terribly. He's just failing more.
Accurate.
Oh, I don't like the noise.
Anywho, that was Kyril's turn. Alistair, you're up.
It sure. Let's see. Well, Alistair definitely sees the things now. He's gonna look at the skeleton. Do I have to dodge, or is he actively attacking, or is he just there?
He just came out. He did not attack you yet.
Cool.
There is one grappling the one guy though.
That is accurate.
About how much about how much would you say a skeleton's skull weighs?
I would say a good 3 to 4 pounds.
Well, that sounds like less than 5, so I'm gonna try to mage hand his head off.
Okay. Alright, so here's how this is gonna work. You're gonna go ahead and roll an Arcana check, and he's going to roll a Wisdom saving throw. And actually, no, just roll a regular spell attack roll, which is a d20 plus your modifier, and your modifier is, hold on, character sheet, spells, 4. So 1d20 plus 4. Okay, that's a 14. All right, that hits him. All right, so go ahead and roll a d4 of damage, and he's also going to have disadvantage on all of his attacks.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so Alistair's like sees this thing pop up, he goes, "Ugh," and then he dances backward like in a zigzag pattern and like bumps into whatever this is. At the same time, he throws his hand out, and this ghostly hand just rips out, smacks him in the face, curls into his eye sockets, and then just shoink, yoink.
Like a bowling ball.
Basically.
Alright, so he's going to take 1 point of damage. He is going to get an attack of opportunity on you because you did like jump away from him. But it will be at disadvantage because his head is currently rolling on the cobblestones off to the side.
I got your head. I got your head.
And that's a 6, so I don't think that hits you.
Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Hang on, I'm not. I swear this is purposeful. That's him head. There you go.
Okay. Alright. I need to put a thingy on him. Is there a headless one? Not really, but there's that one. Kind of works.
Okay. Okay. How much damage do I take again?
You don't take any damage. He missed you.
Oh, good. Haha. Neener, neener. And then I get my turn.
Excellent.
Neener, neener.
Lil, you're up.
And Lil looks at them and is like, "Is this your froggy?"
And the skeleton
No.
doesn't answer you in a language, but it does tip back its head and start to cackle madly.
Okay, Lil's going to do the same thing, and that's going to basically be like her vicious mockery to it, because that kind of made her uncomfortable, and she's going to do the same thing he just did back to it.
Okay, that's a wisdom saving throw. They don't have a lot of wisdom, believe it or not.
Oh,
He rolled
great.
a 2. He rolled a 2. I don't think he's immune to psychic damage, is he? No, he's not. Yeah, yeah, okay. So that's gonna be 2 psychic damage. And he's like, ah! Oh, also, I made a miscalculation. Your smacking of his head actually did 2 points of damage.
Mine?
Yes, it's bludgeoning damage, technically. So that does 2 points,
Aha!
not 1.
Maybe you see through hand, but it's still bludgeons.
Yes.
And then Lil's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's just going to go that far because she wants to get away, but also Kat knows that she's going to get an attack of opportunity, so Lil's only going to go that far.
Smart, Lil.
Lil's just going to be like, "Did you want it back? I'll give it back to you."
Oxfriend, you're up. There is a fairy being grappled by a skeleton next to you. Another skeleton without a head across the way. And Lil is currently running away from some other skeletons that you can just barely make out from around this very tall staircase that's sort of in your way.
Axe will, I guess, step over here and tell the skeleton over there that he's gonna make his attack, and as he's doing it, he's like, "This ain't the time for hugging. That's bad right now." And make an attack at the skeleton with a 24 to hit.
You're in
It
the middle of a
definitely hits.
panorama. It's not time for hugging.
It's a time for death.
And that is going to be
It's always time for hugging in Lilland.
Accurate.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Which makes it 20 points of bludgeoning damage. You swing your hammer and literally shatter the skeleton.
Haha.
He go boom.
Kaboing.
And then, did he see this one?
He saw that one, yeah. He saw that one starting to get out of its coffin.
And then he is going to go up to here. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. I'm good right there.
Excellent. Alrighty, that ends your turn, and now it is actually that skeleton's turn. So he is going to lash out with you at you with the rusty short sword that he has grasped in his hand. The elven blade, sort of shimmering with a light blue sheen. Does a 15 hit you?
I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does.
Alright, that's going to be 5 piercing damage as it slices into you.
Okay.
Alrighty. And Wessel, you're up.
All right. So can kind of see this one, and this one, yes?
Yep, and he did cite another one down here as well.
Okay. All right. And do I see... I can't even see Lil on my screen, so I'm imagining I don't see Lil being accosted.
You did hear Lil say, "I'm showing the Skelly Man's the frog."
You did hear that.
Accurate. And the fairy is a bit dark on my screen, so I can't see him either, right?
The fairy?
Yeah.
You can see the fairy.
I can't see him on my screen. I can see like a corner of him right here.
Oh, yeah, no, he's fine though. Oxfriend literally demolished the guy that was on him.
Okay, copy. So, I guess we're gonna go big or go home, right?
You're also birdically inspired.
That is
Oh,
true.
right. That gives me extra attacky goodness, right?
If you need it, yeah.
Yep. For an attack or saving throw or ability checks? Or just attack saving throws,
I
right?
think it's,
Let's scroll
Lil.
up.
Lil, what is it?
Let's see here. Once within the next 10 minutes, a creature can roll a die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes.
Excellent.
You can wait until after you roll the d20 before deciding to use it, but you must decide before the DM says it succeeded or not.
Okay.
And you get
And
a
it's
D6.
1d6.
Okay. And I have 30 distance, so I'm just gonna walk over this guy. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to, can I rage?
Mm-hmm. Raging is a bonus. Excuse me, raging is a bonus action.
Okay. I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna
Imagine
use
the skeleton
my
as Alistair.
sword. Yes.
Oh.
And I have bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yes, now you hit.
Yeah. Say nothing. Say nothing.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
And then with rage, it's +2, right?
I believe so. Yes.
So that's an 8.
C.
All right, you smash one of his legs off, and it shatters on the stone plate that he's currently crawling out of. And he looks at you imploringly.
Get back in your box.
Anything else for your turn, Wessel?
That's it. Just gonna angrily grunt, get back in your box.
Guess whose turn it is now?
That guy.
That guy.
Yay.
He's gonna stab at you with his short sword. That's a
Oh,
7,
thanks.
though. I don't think that hits.
No.
Which is good, because if it had, it would have been 7 piercing damage.
ass.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he kind of stabs at you, but he's off balance, only having one leg, and he kind of half falls out of the slab in the process of trying to stab you. It's
In the
very
box.
inelegant. Alright, now it's this guy's turn. He's going to take one step over here, pick up his head, and as his action, reattach it to his shoulders. And then take another step towards Alistair, preparing to attack him on his next attack. So he no longer is headless, and he no longer has disadvantage. Alrighty. Now, it is the skeleton next to Lil's turn, and he is going to attempt to grapple you, Lil. So that's going to be
No.
that's going to be a contesting strength check. He has rolled an 18.
Lil's I'm gonna guess a 2. Oh, she did better than I thought.
Alright, so Lil, you are currently being grappled as bony arms encircle your body and drag you back towards the cackling skeleton.
And Lil mimics. But then also doesn't like this and is like, can you let me go now, please?
Oh dear. That's his turn though. But now it's the other guy's turn. 5, 10, 15. And he's going to stab at you with advantage because you are grappled. That he did not need that, because that's a 20. And I'm sure that hits.
Maybe.
What do you mean? Lil's the most AC on our team.
Actually, I think that might be Chiral.
God, that's fine.
And all he knows are healing spells, so that's not gonna do much.
It's gonna help Lil when she's unconscious from being stabbed.
Maybe. So that's gonna be 4 damage to you, Lil. It's not too bad.
Okay.
You're still alive.
And you hear a little cry.
If the skeletons could be moved past their cold, bony hearts, they would be very sad that they have harmed you. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have any hearts left. They have decomposed long ago. Alrighty, it's Cyril's turn now. He's gonna flutter over this way, grab his mace, and take a thwack at the skeleton threatening Allie. Oh, that's a 19. He actually hits something. For 1 bludgeoning damage.
That's 2, right?
That's 2! Hey, back off the blue guy, asshole.
I'm just envisioning his mace being the size of like a lollipop because he's a little fairy.
So actually, it kind of looks like one of those little, like one of those sticks that you use to beat a drum, like the old school kind that had like a big pom-pom on the end of it. The ones that you would use to smack like a percussion drum inside a marching band line. That's what it looks like. So anyway, that's his turn. Alistair, you're up.
Allie, you're muted.
Alistair. Hey, Allie.
Poke, poke.
Yes, sorry, I'm here. Fake. Yeah, what was it?
Cyril just smacked the skeleton in front of you for only 2 damage.
Who now has his head back.
Yep. The skeleton in front of you took his turn picking up his head and reattaching it to his shoulders so he could not attack you, but then he moved up towards you. And then Cyril swung his mace at him and hit him. And now it's your turn.
Got it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't trust in Alistair's ability to smack him, so he's just gonna he's gonna poke. No, he doesn't.
He definitely does not. Also, you would have had disadvantage on that just because it is a ranged spell attack in melee.
Okay, that's the exact same as if it was regular attack.
Yup. The game knew. Anything else for your turn, Allie?
And my turn. Nope, that's it.
Excellent. Alright, Lil, you're up. You're being grappled by one skeleton and the other one just stabbed at you.
Lil's not very happy about this and is very sad. And is like, why did you do that? So the one that is grappling me is this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that I whispered to, or what was
No.
it? Vicious mockery to?
No,
This one was the one I vicious mockery
yeah,
to.
the one that stabbed you is, yeah.
Okay. She's going to say, "Not nice, not nice, not nice, not nice," and do dissonant whispers on it, the one that stabbed her.
Okay. That's
Which is
another
terrible.
wisdom saving throw. That is a 12. He just barely makes the save. So that's half damage to him?
That's a good question.
It says half damage
Yes.
underneath the DC 12.
And then also is going to be like, "Can somebody come and help me?" And I think that's all she can do.
Yep. Ox, you're up. There's a skeleton before you who is alive and kicking, and also Lil just yelled for help.
Okay. So I had a crazy idea cross my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't work, but I want to ask. Would I be able to try to do a grapple check by grabbing his like spine, and then would I still be able to throw him? Since it's just a skeleton, it shouldn't be that heavy.
So, yes, you can definitely grapple him, but you can't throw him in the same turn. You'd have to wait till your next turn to throw him.
Okay, I'll do that. That's a not very well taken care of weapon. That's very lazy of you. And just he'll reach and try to grab his spine and lift up.
Excellent. And that'll be contesting strength checks, which you are probably going to win. I believe you have advantage. Wait, you're not raging
I
yet.
am not raging.
That's okay. He rolled a 3. All you have to do is get higher than a 3.
I think that means I have to roll like a 1, 2 or higher. I think.
Oh, geez, don't jinx it for yourself.
It is a 16 for, I don't know what the modifier is, but it beats it.
Higher than a 3!
Higher than a 3.
Oh, it's natural 1 would have been a 4. Natural 1 would have been a 4.
A natural 1
natural
would have
one
had
would
some
have been a
different
natural one.
consequences anyway. But yeah, you pick up this skeleton by his spine and are currently wielding him like a flail as his arms, legs, and short sword pinwheel wildly in the air.
Can I move with him?
Yes, you can still use your movement.
How far can I move carrying him? I'm just like lifting him up like Statue of Liberty right now, just like, but holding him by the spine.
I would say you have a -5 foot penalty while carrying a skeleton and your other weapon, but if you were to put your other weapon aside and were just carrying the skeleton, it would be just like you were wielding a regular weapon, and you could move your full movement.
I'll put it away. Is that a free action to put it away?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that.
Alright, you're now wielding a skeleton. Where are you going?
And I'll go towards where I heard Lil.
I guess I can go help Lil.
20, 25, 30.
Lil sees Ox friend and says, "Help!
And the skeleton is going to use his turn to try to break your grapple. So go ahead and roll a strength check again to hold on to his wiggly self. He has rolled a 14 this time, which is significantly better.
Well, significantly higher than 3, yeah.
I rolled a total of 22. Or no, 21.
Yeah, you maintain a vice-like grip on this man, things.
What
You're not really sure. You haven't checked how far apart the hips are, so who knows? Boy, girl, in between, fey monstrosity, we don't know. Either way, you got its spine. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a skeleton by the vertebrae.
Fine.
And that's his turn. He took a full action to try to get out of that. It did not work out for him. Wessel, you're up.
Hi.
I got your back.
Oh, make me laugh.
I'll never leave you behind.
Alrighty. I'm gonna great sword this guy again.
Shing shing.
Ching ching.
That hits.
Yay.
So that's 13 slashing damage plus 2 rage damage, which is like more than his total HP was when he was full health. So your next slice slices through his skull, cleaving it in twain, and you see a faint greenish mist exit it before fading away completely, and the bones crumple to the top of the thing, and it is nothing but a pile of dead, broken bones now.
Well, I didn't like the green misty stuff, and then I'm going to start going over to where Lil is, but I physically can't see her, so I don't know which direction.
It's in this direction.
10, 15, 20, 25. This is the one Ox is holding, yes?
Yep.
Gorgeous. Lil is grappled. Is Lil on ground?
Lil is not on ground. Lil is being held by this skeleton right here. From behind. Arms
The other
wrapped
one
around
stabbed
her
her.
arms. Yeah, the other one is shanking her. Prison style.
Out of character. Let's high five with peoples.
It's so messy. Don't do that.
Sorry.
It's fine. Oh man.
I'm concerned.
Every
but
time
not
I laugh
surprised.
hard, just like puffs of yarn just like go spraying around.
Are you
me.
a puppet?
No, well, the yarn that I'm using to make the pom-poms is really fluffy, and I had to trim the pom-poms. There's tiny fluffy yarn everywhere.
I'm sorry, but it's pretty comical to see you be like very flustered.
Sorry. Can I javelin at this guy without risking Lil, or is it too close?
Well, you would be able to javelin at that guy if you hadn't already made an attack on your turn.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did do that, did I not?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think I'm just gonna get as close to her as I can, which I think is here.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
30.
Lil looks at you now and goes, "Help!"
Alrighty. And now it's the skeleton that's over with Kyril and Alistair's turn. And he's gonna figure out which one he wants to try to hit. Because they both did the same amount of damage to him. He wants to hit Alistair.
It took my
doesn't?
head.
He goes stabby stabby. Alistair, does a 10 hit you?
I just headbutted my camera.
Please
it
stop
might
it,
actually.
Candace.
Let me double check. I hope I'm not that wimpy. No, I'm hefty.
You're good.
Nice.
Excellent. Alrighty, so he stabs at you and you kind of move out of the way.
Don't touch me, ew.
And that was his turn. That's all he can do. But now it's Grapple Boy's turn, and he is going to, since he's got his arms full, attempt to headbutt you with his head while you're grappled.
If he gets a nat 1, can his head fall off?
Maybe.
Okay.
That's just a straight d20. Does a 17 hit you?
It shouldn't. But it does. It shouldn't, though.
That's only going to be 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
No, ow! A little mimics. Kind of with a sadness at the end.
And the other one's going to go shank, shank, shank again. Does an 18 hit you, Lil?
Lil doesn't like being stabby.
You're really not going to like the 8 piercing damage that it does either.
Oh, poor Lil, because now she's unconscious.
Oh no.
Alright, Wessel and Oxfriend, you see the skeleton take its rusty short sword and jam it into your bird friend. Lil, anything you want to say before you fall unconscious?
And then she falls unconscious.
What did you say?
Ow and help.
Ow,
Oh.
help. And then unconscious.
Then unconscious.
And she's dangling limply in the skeleton over here's arms. Alright. Kyle's turn, and he winds up for another thwackety whackety. With that mace. That's an 18. He hits. I don't know how he's rolling so good. He has -1 strength. So
I mean, he's rocking it out, so.
he is. He can only do 1 bludgeoning damage at a time.
Which is 2. It's
Which
2.
is 2.
It is. Everybody else is just taking out skeletons left and right. Alistair just whittling this one down. Alistair and Kyle. Speaking of, it's Alistair's turn again. He's like, Allie, this guy's really hard-headed.
Did you see my DM?
Not this next one. Can you hear us, Alistair? Oh God, we lost him again.
Alistair!
Allie.
Come out wherever you are.
We need you. You're the snarky teenage glue that holds us together.
Wait. A green ring for a split second.
It keeps flickering in and out. Alistair!
Still can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Now you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand your question now. We'll get to that in a minute if it becomes relevant. Alistair, can you hear us? Oh, we can hear you now.
Yay!
Right, it's my turn. Is this guy still alive?
He is alive.
Slowly
Kirill-
whittling him down.
Yeah, Kirill just hit him in the head with his mace again for exactly 1 damage because he has -1 strength, and even if he does hit, he can only ever do 1 damage. But technically gets 2 because it's bludgeoning damage. And then he turned to you and he said, Allie, this guy's really hard-headed.
Cool. Allie is gonna bring this quarterstaff off of his back with both hands lifted above his head and just get
Ellie, smash!
Quit calling me Allie!
And you bring the quarterstaff down, and unfortunately it falls short mere centimeters from this creature's giggling skull.
Hmm. Hmm.
As you just barely miss him. Oh, come on, it's
In
just
that
like a
case, I'm gonna
pinata. You can do this.
No, I can't. You keep calling me names and distracting me. Shut up. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
He says, blushing blue the entire time.
Basically.
Oh, Lil, you're up. Please make a death saving throw. That is a failed death save.
Oh no.
Lil, as you lie in the clutches of the skeleton, the room starting to glow blurry and sound fading as you slip closer and closer to the brink of the big unconscious. You remember in the back of your head how nice it was to sit on your friend's shoulder as he was feeding you tiny bits of seed and berries, and you miss Nibby. You really miss Nibby. Anyway, Ox, it's your turn.
Seeing, even though there's much mental trauma associated with this little bird, there's still a friend, and Ox is going to go into a rage. I already took that down.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Move up 20 feet, and if holding my grapple, adjust it to grab the skeleton's leg and beat the one that is holding Lil with a skeleton, such as this image I just posted in OOC.
Okie dokie, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a d20. Add your strength modifier to it. A d20 plus your strength modifier.
Is this with advantage?
This is not with advantage. You're not flanking anybody.
Raging though?
Raging does
If
not
it's a
mean
strength
advantage.
check. Okay. I didn't know if this was an attack roll or a strength check.
Not a strength check. It's an attack roll. Roll 1d20 plus your strength modifier.
Alrighty.
You're not proficient in skeleton, so you can't add your proficiency bonus.
I don't
Not
think
yet,
it's
at least.
gonna work. That is a 12.
Plus.
Is it an improvised melee
That's a
weapon?
total 12.
Oh, a total of 12. I guess it is an improvised melee weapon.
Nice.
I'm guessing 12s are like just below the AC.
Exactly one below the AC.
Fucking hell.
It goes whoosh. And the skeleton is surprised enough to drop the body of Lil, though. Alrighty. And you did your bonus action, your movement, and your action.
Yes.
Alrighty. Next up is the skeleton that you're currently wielding. He's going to try to get out of it again.
Let's see here.
He rolled an 8 this time.
Is this just
Strength check.
straight strength check?
Straight strength check, not a save, just a check. Which I
Now
believe you
this
have
is
advantage on.
advantage.
Yeah.
That is a total of 17
You don't even have
or 17.
You don't have to roll again. He rolled an 8.
I heard 8, but I can't remember if it was 8 or 18.
No, just 8. Just 8. He has a +0 to strength.
He has no muscles.
He's no musculature structure whatsoever. It is long since rotted away. Wessel, you're up.
That's me. Alright, I'll stop coloring in my thing.
Yeah, gotta be adults now. Gotta roll dice.
No, to be a child.
That heart thing is cute.
Thank you. It's my mood tracker for February. You can tell I've been very good at filling it in with all the empty spaces. So whistle. There's a lot of things happening over here. I'm going to beat them up. 15, and I'm going to great sword this guy. I don't have an axe, I have a sword. We went sharp.
Alright, that definitely hits. 9 plus 2 is 11 damage. You go ahead and you shatter this guy to little bits and pieces just as he's raising his sword to take another stab at your friend.
And then I'm just going to stand on his body and attempt to intimidate this one. It's
You can go ahead and make an intimidation check.
just aggressive breathing and crunching the bones beneath his feet.
Skeleton does look at you with a mild amount of concern, but also he's facing a raging ox wielding one of his brothers, so he doesn't really want to move away and invoke an attack of opportunity.
Sounds like a lot of logic for a skeleton with low wisdom.
Sounds like he's caught between an ox and a hard place.
Also noticing a rabbit limb dangling from Ox's horn.
Yeah, that's not helping. No.
That's not that crazy.
Alright.
People put rabbit's foots on keychains.
It's not a rabbit, it's a
actual
moon air.
Rabbit foot.
Moon air.
Alright, Skeleton attacked Alistair last time and missed, so this time he's gonna try to go for the fairy that keeps bonking him on the head for 1 fucking damage every time.
A little Q-tip. Just keep hitting him.
And that's an 11, so Cyril kind of circumvents the stabby bit, like twirling around it and kind of snickering. And he's like, you can't fucking aim, man! And the skeleton's gonna chatter angrily. And that'll be his turn. And now it's that guy that you're trying to intimidate's turn. And he's kind of gonna look around at the situation. And disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Jump inside this. And he used disengage, so he can't pull the coffer shut above his head yet. That's his turn. That's Kirill's turn again, and he's gonna give this dude... Gonna try to give this dude another bonkety bonk. Holy fuck! That's a natural 20.
That is a natural 20.
Nice.
1 plus 6 bludgeoning damage.
Which is 14.
Wait.
Or what about a critical hit table?
Which is 14.
Oh no, we don't have a critical hit table.
It's a critical fail.
We have a crit fail table and a crit hit table, but yeah, that's 14 bludgeoning damage. So here's how this goes. He raises up his tiny mace, he brings it down on this dude's skull, and it goes tink, and then this dude just falls into dusty pieces on the floor.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Cool. I am way buff, and he flexes. Alistair, you're up.
Alistair takes the quarterstaff and then goes after Chiral.
You know what? Possibly. No, Alistair is gonna hear noise down this way, probably, maybe.
Mhm.
Wait, hey, I should be counting. Where do I hear noise? Which way?
Straight ahead.
Cool. Looks like this is solid, so it's something I have to go around.
Yep, it is a staircase leading upwards that is in the center of this big room.
Ah. Well, then I guess I'll take one more step that way and be there, because that's the end of my movement.
Excellent. Alright, Lil, go ahead and roll me another death save.
Oh fuck!
Lil,
Oh
the
no!
sounds around you become even more muffled and ethereal, and you can barely hear anything, except for as you turn your bleary eyes to the right, you see a beautiful light, a nice, warm, basking light. And it's calling you home to fields of grain and bird friends who you can flitter and sing with all day. And it's just so appealing. And you feel your spirit start to drift towards it. Ox friend, you're up!
In a rage, he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet with his new improvised weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he jumped into the coffin, is he prone?
He is prone. You do have advantage.
Oh my gosh.
And if I hit a prone character with a melee weapon, is that an automatic crit, or am I misremembering rolls?
It's not an automatic crit, but it is an attack with advantage. It is an automatic crit if they are unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they can dodge if they can't move.
Now, the other question
If
I
he
have
can
is
dodge a skull, he can dodge a ball!
my question
Okay,
is,
that's
if you manage to hit that skeleton, what damage does it do to your weapon as well?
I'm already got that
My
figured in my head.
question.
Okay,
okay,
cool.
17 to hit with advantage.
Okay, yep, you definitely hit him. Go ahead and roll me, go ahead and roll me 2d4 plus your strength modifier.
2d4 plus strength, got that. That is a 2 and a 4 plus 3, 6, 9 damage.
And your rage,
Oh, yes, so 11.
and it's bludgeoning damage. So it's
22.
Wessel, you see Ox run over here with a skeleton held over his head, screaming bloody murder, and then proceed to raise it even higher as it flails about pathetically and bring it down again and again and again with less and less bones each time as it comes back up until he's holding nothing but a small bit of twitching spine in one hand as he turns around, breathing heavily in your direction.
I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker!
And, that ends combat. It's done now, guys. It's over.
That's what I'm talking about. Lil needs help. Lil needs help. Very much needs help. Lil very much needs help.
Alistair's gonna go to wherever they are, I guess. Be like, they're
Saunter
this way,
slowly.
I guess. I can't see anything.
I can't do anything. I can't help her. Somebody needs
I
to help
go
her.
around. That makes so much sense.
Staircase. It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't understand.
It's gonna take a minute for Kirill to get over there realistically. So, if you could just, while you're there, Wessel, please make a medicine check to see if you can stabilize Lil, because
I will do my best.
it would take more than
so
a round for Kirill to get over there.
I'm so sorry. I thought that was one of the things where, like, I had to be pulled to the other side of a wall and then go up the stairs. I don't know.
With a 14, you manage to stabilize Lil, and she no longer has to make death saving throws. She's just unconscious. Lil, the light that you were flittering towards fades away, and there is nothing but gray blackness as true unconsciousness claims you, and not death. Not the more unconscious.
The big unconscious.
The big unconscious. And then, as you feel a different, warmer light enveloping you, you feel a soft hand gently caress your head feathers as Cyril casts a Cure Wounds upon you. And you gain 4 health back.
Let me put that in here. And Lil kind of wakes up and goes, ow.
Oh.
And then looks and says, good morning, everyone. And just kind of lays there quietly for a few minutes.
Hi, Lil.
Wessel.
And I'm going to begin investigating the bodies.
Alright.
I found a frog, but she doesn't know where it went.
It's on the ground next to you, Lil. Wessel,
Oh, nothing here.
you're still so upset about Lil almost dying that you can just barely glance at the bones. With an 8, though, even with an 8, you can see that they have rusted short swords.
Garbage.
Oxen coming out of his rage will probably actually investigate the area he's in. With that total of a 0. No. 2 investigation. Plus 2. And he has a 9. 9 investigation.
Oh god. Alistair's being broody. Totally not misty-eyed because Lil almost died. Not like he even like you or anything. Baka!
Love it.
Oh, the
Excuse me.
tsundere, that is Ali. Or Ali Star.
It's either
Allie stares.
It's either Stare or Allie, because Kirill isn't gonna say their whole name.
Or what about Star?
Ah, I think maybe that'll be saved for when we need to really make an impact. Like, hey, my star, are you all right?
Getting spicy over here.
It's okay. Kirill has no idea what he's doing.
Lil picks up the frog and shows Kirill and is like, look, I found a frog.
That one looks really shiny. I think it's got gems inside its eyes.
I know, it's so shiny.
You should keep that. That's really cool.
And we'll go with this. And she whips out her silver horseshoe that's also shiny.
He cringes back away from it and kind of flitters over here. He's like, yep, really shiny. Great job.
And then she puts all of it in her bag and just kind of sitting on the floor right now.
I imagine Alistair would be like, oh, something wrong with that horseshoe there?
I'm allergic.
Allergic to horseshoes?
I think he would have had a snappier comeback than that.
I'm not as snappy as Alistair, sorry.
Alistair comes over and takes the horseshoe and it's like, this.
Maybe.
That's more
That-
accurate.
That sounds more like Alistair.
Yeah.
Lil kind of gets up to her feet there with her broom and is just kind of holding onto the broom like she's gonna sweep, but she's just kind of holding onto it and
Oh.
is just kind of like, where are we going next?
I think you need to sit down and have a little rest. Maybe
Okay, and she sits back down.
maybe just like 30 minutes or something. Just catch your breath or something, kid.
She's gonna lay back down on the floor.
I have to admit, not the biggest fan of hanging out around in here.
Lil
Took care
gets
of
back up
those
then.
guys. No, Lil, you rest. I'm just saying we shouldn't stay long.
Lil lays back down.
I don't know. Maybe you're right, Wessel. Maybe we shouldn't be here.
Getting up and down,
Lil
just
gets
like
up again.
Nix in another world.
But then again, Lil does need the rest. Lil lays back down. But then again, Lil stands up.
Getting up, standing up, falling down, just like Nix in another world.
Yep. If we're doing a short rest, she's going to sing her song of rest.
Does it go like this? I get knocked down,
Yep.
but I get up again. No one's ever gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
I need a whiskey drink and a vodka drink and a lager drink and a cider drink.
I don't know.
No, we
what
were
you
drunk
did,
last
sorry.
time. We shouldn't do that again. I have a headache.
So this is gonna be very morbid, but I this is already kind of a thing now. Uh, because he got really angry at the skeletons, he's gonna take like a small bone, like a finger bone or something, and like I'm imagining he has like medium, almost long hair, so he's gonna tie like a lock of his hair around the finger bone.
Ah, man, he's getting real primal.
He's really finding himself in the dream world.
Just
Really
putting all the dead creatures on his head.
coming to terms
He's
with the
like,
brutality of it all.
I tied a rabbit's foot and Lil kind of left me alone a little bit. Maybe I'll just keep tying more body parts. Also, wasn't somebody's sword shiny? Like, did anybody notice that one of the skeletons had a shiny, bluish, shiny sword from earlier? Or did Kathy only hear that in the description and no one else
The
heard it?
skeleton that I killed emitted a weird blue dust.
It was
Green
a
dust.
green. It was a green.
Green
miasma.
dust, excuse me.
Yeah, and
Like
then
a puff of green smoke almost.
that was actually over by me, all the way over here.
Yeah, this
Right.
guy is the skeleton that had the glowy sword. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi!
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm fine.
So-
Sorry.
You good?
Thinking about that, Ox will also go over there and look for that sword that was being used. when I
Yeah,
was
I
over there.
haven't been moving Wessel because I'm drawing a rainbow, but I would like to investigate more bodies if I can roll additional investigations. Otherwise,
You can
it's
roll
useless.
another investigation check for a different body.
I just kind of the box in here in general, as well as the body and the dust remains of the other one.
Yep.
My
And
investigation's garbage.
What
I
is
rolled
it?
an 8.
an 8.
I rolled a 9 last time on the 2 bodies when I was beating one with the other, and then I rolled an 8 now.
Oh god. Okay, so Wessel, with a 19, you find that each
19?
of 13. With a 13, you find that each of these bodies here also has a short sword. And you find a gold tooth inside one of the skulls. And it's like half cracked off too, so you could probably just pull it out real easy.
Will do.
Alright, you now have one gold tooth. Our campaigns will revolve around teeth now, as most of my other players know.
Apparently.
Now I just need to spell Magic Stone.
I don't know what good it'll do us, but got basically a gold piece here.
Alrighty, and you said you rolled an 8, Ox?
Yes.
You find this guy's regular short sword, and it's all rusty and icky, but you don't find the shiny one. Not sure where it got fallen at.
Oh, well.
Not with an 8.
Wessel's going to come and look around too.
He'll call out, like, could someone help me over here? I saw a interesting sword earlier, but I don't see it. Is Alistair having difficulty with stairs?
No.
No, just
I
with
was having-
Lil's.
I was having difficulty with Tango.
Lil doesn't want to be left alone. She just wants to be near her friends, Alistair. Jeez.
You gotta hang out with Allie now.
God.
Come back, Allie!
No. Sorry for me. Alistair's gonna go over here and specifically investigate the area to pretend he doesn't notice Lil. It's not working.
It's not. Lil is just like hovering behind him and he can't even look or think.
Will, you're supposed to be resting, hon.
I'm resting with Allie.
Wessel with an 18 investigation on that skeletal personage, you don't find anything on the skeleton himself, but peering inside of the coffin that he had come out of, you do find several items of interest that were buried with his personage. You find a shield that appears to be made out of a bluish metal with a crest of some sort upon it that you do not currently recognize the emblem of. And there is also what looks like a scabbard for the rusted short sword that he currently wields, as well as a crossbow and a pack of bolts. And you do find a book that seems to have been buried underneath where the body once lay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna share that. Found some interesting stuff over here. Might want to be checking inside the little tombey things. There's a book in here, and there's like a shield in here, and it's made of this weird blue metal. Anyone know what that is?
Oh, I can come look. And Kirill kind of flitters over. Oh, that's cerulean. It's kind of a harder metal, but it's something that we can touch. There's some metals that give us an allergic reaction. It's not great for us to touch. This though, this is okay. And he like touches the shield.
Do you want to hold on to it?
It's kind of big for me. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
This is
Well,
not exactly my size friendly.
my apologies.
Not your fault. You didn't make the shield.
Accurate. And then I'm gonna pick up the shield and the book.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
The name of the game is None of You Have Enough Wisdom to Get Through This fucking live. So Wessel, as your paw closes around the book and you draw it up to yourself, you feel a sort of rushing in the air around your ears, and all of a sudden, you blink your eyes and you are no longer standing inside of a dreary basement. Instead, you find yourself alone in a dark, quiet place where there are small little flickers and flitters of light all around you, just outside of the edges of your vision. Every time you turn to look at them, they flitter away and up and beyond. And you find yourself turning in a circle, just trying to see in any direction. And on your last rotation, you come face to face with a sheer white mask with just two black eyes carved out of it and a thin, straight line of a mouth just hanging in the middle of the air.
Uh,
Who are you?
hello.
Who are you?
I am a traveler.
The mask
Who are you?
The mask shifts, sliding to the left, then to the right, as though it is eyeing you over. Shifting upwards, suddenly you see blue cloth spiraling outwards from it, extending to the ground in a long sweeping robe, as two horns start to grow from it. The horns branch off, almost like an elk's horns, as small flowers begin to bloom and fall away along them. I am that which sleeps in all. I am spring waiting to be found, and winter's cruel touch. Who are you?
Just someone looking to get home.
You are very far from your gnome.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I can help you, you know.
I have my friends, and we're doing good work, and hopefully that'll help us along. But thank you for offering.
We can help each other, you know.
I think I'm okay for now, but maybe another time.
Roll persuasion.
I'm so scared. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Woo!
So the figure, the blue tint of their flowing cloth body, you can see something in the folds where arms might be. Their long hands, extended curved fingers, branch-like in nature. You see gnarled knuckles, little bits of leaf peeling off of them here and there, turning green, blossoming, fading to orange, falling away as they start reaching for you. You can come with me, you know.
Thanks. I should really be getting back now. I have other things to be working on. I've made promises and the like. So I should go. But this was
The hands jerk back
lovely.
as you mention promises. You are promised?
Well, I mean, words are but words, aren't they not? We're just should get back though. You have a great rest of your time.
You will need me, you know. But as they say this, the claws draw away from you, withdrawing back into the blue cloak, which starts to fold upward into the mask once more. You will come back. You know. And then you blink, and you're back inside the tomb again. And Kyril is kind of talking to you as though he's been talking to you for like the past maybe 30 seconds, even though to you this was like 10 minutes. He's like, yeah, that looks like a weird book. You should probably not touch it. Something weird might happen.
You are very correct. Wes is going to retract their hand very, very quickly. No touchy. No more touchy. No more touchy.
God.
You're being really weird, you know?
That was weird. We are in a weird state, aren't we? We should get going.
Your ferret's being weird, says Kyril to everybody else.
Yeah, he sort of does that. What are you doing now?
Well, there was a robed thing, and it had leafy arms, and it was trying to grab me, and there was a book, and we're not touching any more books. No one's allowed to touch any books. No more books.
Well, there was definitely a book, but I didn't see any weird leafy things.
Nope, no books. No more books.
Where was this book?
No touching the books.
Oh yeah, it was just over there in that tomb up at the top. And Kyril jerks a finger over his shoulder.
I'm not
No
gonna...
books. Contested strength check. Contested strength check.
Contested strength check.
Can I contested acrobatics check?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, your life. Strength versus acrobatics. Go for it.
Acrobatics check. Damn it!
So you try to slip underneath Wessel's arms, and he basically just fucking clotheslines you.
You're
Go
grappled.
Okay, how far away is the book, and can I see it from here?
You can't see it from here because it is around a corner, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away.
Damn it. Alright. Fine, I won't touch the book. Like I wasn't going to in the first place, you weirdo! Get off me!
I will only let you go if we promise no more book touching.
I wasn't gonna touch it in the first place!
Go ahead and roll persuasion or deception, I guess, against
Persuasion,
Wessel's
yeah.
insight.
Wessel's gonna let him go.
He actually wasn't gonna touch it.
Okay.
Wessel's just gonna let him go.
Cool.
Don't
Okay,
really want to
Alistair's-
be body grabbing an Alistair throughout the rest of the game.
Mhm. Alistair, like, dusts himself off and, like, grumbles and then walks over. With Lil still following him.
Yep.
Wessel
Like-
keeping a distance away from where the book is, but also following.
It was over here,
Oh.
Alistair.
He goes to turn around, sees Lil, and then he's gonna go around here. Quickly, run, dash. He arrives at the location of the book, panting, and stop it!
I mean it, don't touch the book.
I'm not gonna touch the book. However, Alistair does remove the possessed dagger from his inventory and unwrap it while holding the cloth on the handle end, and he's gonna touch the tip of the dagger to the book and see what happens. Maybe they can talk to each other.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? What are we doing now? Oh, God! Ah! No! No! Ah! Make it stop! God! No!
Does Lil hear any of that? or is
Nobody
that all
hears
analysis here.
Nobody hears this but Alistair.
Alistair just stares at the dagger, and his eyes snap open, and he looks, perturbed? But he also doesn't pull the dagger away.
Just leaves it on the book from now on.
Ah! God, no! Please make it stop! I'll do anything you want. Anything you want. I'll kill anybody you want. Just make it stop. I can't. No!
Uh-huh. Okay, Alistair's finally gonna pull the dagger away. He's gonna wrap it up and put it away. Only Lil saw that, so,
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Oh, God, thank you so much. Oh, you're such a good guy. Just all around awesome dude. Oh, you so much.
he's gonna wrap it up tightly and then put it in the bag.
You can hear just fake crying coming from the back of your mind where the bag is.
Cool. He's gonna take another stretch of cloth and pick up the book with the cloth.
So you go ahead, make a sleight of hand check to make sure that you don't accidentally touch the book.
Oh my god.
So you're good. You're good at dexterity. Oh.
I sure am!
Touch the book.
Well, you see, okay, here, if he is watching, he sees that Alistair lifts up this cloth. He makes a show of it. He even turns and does this little magician, little waggle of the cloth, like there's nothing in my palm, you know? And he, like, lays it over the book, and he goes to touch it, but the problem is he's staring at Wessel while he does this to make a point, and he, like, brushes the 1/2 inch of a corner that's not covered. That's what happens.
If Lil sees him touch the book, can she push his hand and be like, "Don't touch the book"?
Make a dexterity check, Lil, to see if you're fast enough to keep it from happening.
And if you fail, then you also touch the book.
Alright, you manage to smack his hand out of the way before he touches the book.
Don't touch the book.
Alistair just goes, it's just like, what the fuck? I wasn't gonna touch it!
Don't touch the book.
I wasn't gonna touch it! So instead, he's gonna use Mage Hand. Mage Hand.
Mage hand.
He's gonna use Mage Hand to wrap
Corn.
the book in the cloth.
Alrighty.
Oh man, danger bug.
Alright. You neatly wrap it up and tie it up in the cloth so it's like a little bundle.
Yeah, and then Alistair's gonna lift the cloth-covered book to his ear and just whisper, "Hello."
And you don't get a response. It seems that you have to be touching it for anything to happen.
Lil listens closely next to Alistair, just like, what are we listening for?
My dignity. And then he's gonna put the book away.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear a dignity.
Yeah, that's the problem. And he's gonna put the book in his bag.
Now what are we going to do?
Well, there's a staircase.
And there was also that other part of the tunnel that you haven't gone into yet.
Oh, and there is more tunnel.
So
And there's also a sword you guys haven't found yet, but Lil doesn't know that.
I have been
Right.
checking the bodies, and the only investigation check that I rolled that might actually do something is the body I'm at now with a 19 total.
Alrighty, so the body that you're at right now, you don't find anything on it itself, but when you pick up the skull as you're looking through it, you hear a jingling, rattling noise.
I try to see if like the brain brain cavity is open in any way, shape, or form.
So the brain cavity is not open, and yes, Lil, you do hear the
Or
tingling-a-ling.
exposed.
But you were. This is happening while you were over there following around Alistair. So, anyway, so Ox, you hear a jingling-a-ling, and after some squinting and some prying, you manage to see through one of the eye holes that there appears to be a number of coins and perhaps even a gem or two that are currently at home inside the skull.
I first tried to see if they come out of the eye socket. Like I'm trying to dump it out onto my hand, and I'm like shaking it.
It appears to not be able to come out of the eye socket. You're not entirely sure how they got in there. There doesn't seem to be an opening in this skull large enough for these gems to have gotten in there. It's kind of perplexing.
I'm gonna roll a
Smash.
percentile. No, I'm gonna roll a percentile. I'm rolling a percentile. That's out of the tray. Oh, that's okay. Oxfriend is gonna go where like the eye socket is, and then shove his horn through the skull and leave it there.
Make an attack roll against the skull with advantage.
Okay, thank God I had advantage. Not much better. That's I think that's a 9.
Total?
Ox now has skull on horn with leg and
Yes.
bone. Okay.
Yep, so you do have the skull on your horn. You don't manage to like pierce it completely though, so it's kind of dangling on the tip of one of your horns, and it could probably fall off pretty easily unless you like hit it down or jam it in good or something.
What's in my inventory? I have a Monster Hunters pack, and I don't know what's in that offhand.
Hey, Allie, hit me.
So, he's gonna try to like use both hands this time, and he doesn't like it being loose, so he's gonna try again with it.
Alright, go ahead and roll me an attack roll again with advantage.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, you... And the horn bursts through the eye socket and out through the bottom of the skull. And not only does that happen, but also there is a necklace now hanging off the tip of your horn. As well as the jingling gems and coins that are still stuck in the skull. So you have a rabbit's foot on one horn, a skull impaled on the other horn, upside down, mind you, through the eye socket and out through the mouth hole, and a finger bone twined in your long hair. Lil, he looks absolutely amazing, doesn't he?
Lil doesn't see him. He's behind Allie.
Yeah, of course.
Also, you've got a necklace hanging off the tip of one of your horns now.
Ox friend, the Christmas ox.
How many enemies can we fit on his head?
He liked the sound of the jingle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm surprised it's not too traumatizing for him.
It's not a bell. If it was a bell, it would have been more traumatizing, and he would not have done it. But it was like it's a different jingle. It's not. It doesn't ring. It jingles.
Okay. Alrighty, so you've got that. And Wessel, you rolled a 16. Finally,
So
Wessel.
I investigated two things. The 7 was this guy here, and then the 16 was this guy here.
All right, so with the 7, you find absolutely nothing on the one guy, and with the 16 on the other one, you don't find anything on him. But as you're bending down to sift through the shattered bones, you see something winking at you from underneath this slab right here, which is elevated off of the ground, kind of like a tomb that's like elevated. And you go over and you peer underneath, and lo and behold, it's that shiny sword.
Yay!
How did it get all the way over there?
When he fell on the ground, it left his hand and went spinning off.
I think I found that thing you were looking for, Ox.
Okay. Maybe I'll make his way over there.
You just see Ox come. Well, you hear Ox coming into view before you see him. Jingle, 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 jingle.
Are you okay?
Kind of like that.
Yes. Yes.
Actually,
Oh. Are you good, buddy?
It sounded nice.
Works for me. There's that thing you were looking for.
Oh.
meanwhile,
Thank you.
Alistair's gonna go up the stairs and not tell anybody.
Um.
It's fine though. He has a chaperone apparently.
Is it not nice?
What?
The skull, is it not nice? I thought it sounded nice.
It's... You have a lot of decorations now.
Yeah.
I heard a bit of Jersey going on there for a second. Decorations. The way she said it, I heard some Jersey in there.
Well, if it works for you, it works for me. You got your sword? Let's get going. Where is everybody? I have Oxfriend.
So, did you reach out and take the sword?
Yeah, I would have taken the sword.
Go ahead and roll wisdom saving throw for me. When the fuck are you people gonna learn?
The shiny things, man. We can't
Wait.
stop ourselves.
Only I make the wisdom saving throw?
And touch it.
Wessel didn't touch it. Wessel pointed it out
Called
to
you
you.
over and
Oh, I
pointed
thought-
it
I
out to
thought
you
they
because
grabbed it.
Wessel just had an experience that he was
Hey.
not okay with.
Hey,
You were
last,
looking for the sword. That is a you
the
problem.
last shiny thing I found, it liked me, so...
Let's find out if this one does.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Alright. That's a 14.
Total?
Yes.
Alright. So, as you pick up the sword, you feel it sort of vibrate in your hand, and then continue to vibrate. Only this time you can hear something. So can you, Wessel. So can everybody else still in the room, and even Alistair and Lil, who are starting to head up the stairs. You hear this. It's sort of a soft, melodious, ringing noise. Da 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 da. And the sword.
Alistair just. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Alistair just turns and looks at Lil and says, "Shut up!"
and as it hears Lil singing, da 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 da, la da 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 da.
I'm shaking my head.
Maybe we don't. I'm going to motion at Ox to just put it down. Put it down.
It sounds prettier than the skull.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say,
No.
please, oh ox friend, don't go. Simple and swing is the way that you're making me step tonight. Please don't let me go.
Oh my god.
Do I feel an urge to like not let go of it, or do I feel like if I wanted to, I could?
If you wanted to, you could put it down. It doesn't appear to
Okay.
be influencing you in any way.
I am insisting. We have other things to do. Being serenaded by a sword is not on my list.
No, I don't want no weasels. Weasels are a scrub that cannot get with me.
Alistair comes back downstairs. Wait, I think I heard something. I like it.
I want to keep the sword. The sword. The sword I'll stash. I don't know how I'm stashing these things now since I'm just collecting weapons.
Well,
but I'll
there
somehow
were-
stash it next to the stick.
There were a couple of scabbards that were inside some of the tombs. You could grab one of those and put the sword in it and strap it to your belt.
Beware
Or your
of touching
horn.
it. You might have yet another wisdom check.
Wait, is it a short
Oh my
sword?
god. Wait.
It is a short sword, yes.
With the
just-
length of my arms, I might actually be able to strap it to my back
I-
next to the stick and actually be able to draw it out without it getting stuck.
That'll be
I
fine.
just thought of who this reminds me of.
Oh. Who?
I'm nervous.
Just wait, hang on. No, just stick a couple horns on him.
Yes. Accurate.
I don't know what that's from.
Oh boy. Allow me to enlighten you.
That's Dave the Barbarian.
Oh, okay. I've heard of Dave the Barbarian. I've never watched it.
Barbarian.
Oh,
Barbarian.
that. Okay. That one. Okay.
Sword.
Yes, it is. Alright, so you found a short sort of song and found a scary fucking book. And
The
Alistair.
book is still in the tomb. For the record, did not bring with.
Alistair
did
put it
Alistair
in
You
his
did
bring it?
bag.
not. You did
Wessel
not
doesn't
bring with.
know. Wessel doesn't know that. Wessel's.
Wessel was
Wessel
standing.
doesn't know anything. Wessel is still going upstairs, especially now faster to get away from Lil singing behind him.
I put in singing sword, but I'm gonna let you add in the rest of the stats.
Well, you
because-
haven't taken a short rest yet, so I can't do that.
Okay. Well, I just put in singing sword in my equipment and attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, you-
didn't put in damage or whatever.
Yeah, you've got to spend at least an hour of a short rest attuning to the sword, so then I'll tell you what it can do. So
Cool.
so right now, as far as you know, it's just got the stats of a short sword and it sings.
Cool.
And actually, I think I was incorrect. I think Wessel did see Alistair messing with the book, because Wessel was the one that was like, "Don't touch it."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Taking it back.
All right, so Alistair and Lil are heading upstairs while all of this happens. Alistair and Lil, I'm gonna move you to a different map for a second.
Woohoo! That was very little like woohoo, 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 woohoo.
Woohoo.
Whoa, fucking who? Hold on, let me move your characters.
What did our fairy friend think of the singing?
They were kind of snapping their fingers along in time and whistling to the beat.
You know what? I'm surprised you didn't sing, or maybe you're saving. I'll DM it to you in case you were saving it for later.
I'm saving many songs for later, assuming you still have it. Alistair, as you and Lil come up the staircase, you find yourself back in the entrance hall.
Ah. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, can you go downstairs? Maybe. And then we're gonna go back downstairs. Hooray! And then Alistair just that was completely useless. Guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stairs are boring. We're going this way.
Well, stairs are always boring. What was up there?
These stairs are extra boring. Let's go.
It was
Lil, what was
upstairs.
Was it a room we've seen before?
Yep.
Perfect.
Like I said,
That was at least
boring.
helpful information.
Thank you.
Was I wrong?
You guys coming? Ignoring Alistair.
Yeah, sure. I'm a coming.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to lead?
Yeah, at least I don't have to stare at your furry ass for like a minute.
Oh, you act like you don't like it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Alistair visibly shudders.
I mean, I'm sure you're really cool for a weasel, but I'm just not into that.
Fair.
And while I do this, I'm gonna proceed because I'm a smart boy.
That is probably a good idea, yeah.
I don't see shit!
No, you sure don't.
Why can we not perceive anything
La-di-da-di-da,
today?
charging on,
And as
la-di-da.
you get to right there, and so you get there and you round the corner and you look down this hallway and it looks perfectly safe. And you take another step forward and you're going to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
I sure will. Dexterity saving throw. Damn it!
So you feel the ground crumble beneath you and you begin falling into a pit. Lil, you see this happening right in front of you.
And Lil tried to help.
That's going to be a dexterity check a strength check for you to see if you can grab a hold of him.
This won't end well.
Anything Wessel can do?
Not a save, a strength check.
Probably not going to do any
Check,
better.
check, 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 check.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All you have to do is doubt yourself.
Lil doesn't doubt herself ever. That's why she got this. So Lil, you just reach out and like with your foot, with your little birdie claws, you like grab the back of his vest and you haul him up and away from the many pointy spikes that are currently facing him from the pit about 15 feet below.
Says, danger, danger.
You see Alistair's like he sees visibly sweating and he kind of looks at the pit, looks at Lil, looks at the pit, looks at Lil, and thank you.
And that's where we're
Lil
going to end it for the night.
And Lil mimics that perfectly to Alistair's exact voice and says, thank you back.
Alistair looks very perturbed. Do I really sound like that?
I didn't realize Lil was a mockingbird.
Lil's a
Lil Coo.
Lil Coo, which is sort of a Kanku, but not really.
Oh god.
Uh,
I love this. I love this so much.
Alrighty. But anywho, yeah, that's where we're gonna stop it for the night with Alistair dangling in the clutches of Lil. Um, you can see us at the end of next month for another episode of the B Crew. Normally, you could join us this Friday for an episode of Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons, but some of us are going to be on ski trips and totally neglect playing the game. So, I'm not sure, crew. Are you guys up for a game on Thursday? Question mark. Or
Sure.
will you need to like do things? And some of you have children, and also some of us are going to be going to somebody's birthday dinner on
Yeah,
Thursday.
I don't know how late the dinner will go, or if we're like hanging out after. But other than that, I have to put my kiddos to bed unless I'm out. So I'm a firm maybe.
Cool. So we've got one maybe. Kathy, how do you feel about it?
We can do it.
Okay, and Alistair already said yay. What about you, Ox friend?
Maybe?
Maybe? Alright, so it's a firm maybe for Thursday. We'll play it by ear. If for some reason we can't do it, I'm sure we will just pick up next week. This also does mean, though, that there will not be any Curse of Strahd this weekend, just because, yeah. So you will catch the Double Strahd Sundays in about 2 weeks ish from now, because it's not happening this Sunday. Yeah, cause ski trips, but it's okay because there'll be hot chocolate and wine and stuff, so I'm sure that we'll be fine. But
Mine sounds great.
wine sounds pretty good. I would like some raspberry mead, please, just a little bit, and I can mix it with soda water. So yeah.
That sounds
And so yeah, thank you guys for watching tonight. We might see you on Thursday. We also might see myself and 2 of our other friends on Wednesday if DM Calith is a-okay for DM, and they're doing some personal IRL things right now, so it might not be a thing that happens, but if it is, we'll see you on Wednesday for Dungeons and Dinosaurs. Just not so sure about that. This is a weird week, you know? But
Things happen.
from all of us here at the B Crew, good night, and don't let Alistair's teen angst bite.
Good night.
Whatever.
Bye. It's not like I like you guys or anything. Baka!